Okay, I am sorry it has taken me so long to make a video, and I'm sorry I look crazy. I'm just chilling at home after work, and I just thought, I came home and I thought I would do a video because I'm kind of bored, and I'm just watching TV, and I just got bored with that, so I just wanted to make a video because I haven't in a really long time. And I know the last time I said I was gonna make a video about my Asheville trip, and I never did that. So even though it was like 2 months ago that I went on the trip, I am just gonna make this video really quick. I'm gonna try to keep it short because I did record this video and I just started rambling, and I don't want to do that. I just want to be concise and just tell you about my trip a little bit and tell you some of my recommendations for Asheville, and then hopefully post this video. I don't know when I will post another video because it is December, as y'all know, and I work in retail, and as you know, retail in December is very, very crazy and hectic, and I'm gonna be at work a lot, so don't know when I'll be able to film this video again. I'm hoping I can just post this to bloopers and all, noise and all, because I don't really have the time to even edit a video at this point. So yeah, so I wrote my notes from Asheville trip a long time ago, and so I'm just gonna quickly run through it with you guys. And yeah, so it was a great trip. It was for my husband and I's anniversary. It was super awesome. I highly recommend going to Asheville, North Carolina. We went at the beginning of October, and it wasn't fully turned to like fall colors, but it was still so beautiful. You could tell like the leaves were starting to change and fall, and it was the drive was amazing. Like once you cross the border and stuff into North Carolina, it's just so beautiful and so mountainous. Like, you know, I live in Nashville, so I have the capability to just drive there. I know that might not be the capability for a lot of people out there, but it wasn't that bad of a drive for us, so I was like, I want to drive. I also grew up in the Midwest, and we drive everywhere. There's no flying. You drive everywhere. So anyway, and those people who are from the Midwest, no, and have Midwest families, no. Blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna skip some of the boring stuff, but we got on our Airbnb. I will say we did book an Airbnb that was technically a tiny house, which was fine. It's not that big of a deal. I just realized staying there, not that it wasn't a nice place to stay, but I just realized staying at a tiny house that I was like, I don't love tiny houses. I just realized, I'm like, this is not where I would want to live primarily. So I guess that's good to know. I know that about myself now, is that I could not live in a tiny house. I could if I had to, but I don't really want to if I don't have to. So we got to our Airbnb, we kind of hung out for a little while, and then we went and got drinks at a bar called the Montford, which is a rooftop bar. I believe it's at the top of a Hilton, I think, in Asheville. That was very nice. We just had sunset drinks, and we got to watch the sunset, and you could see all the mountains, and it's so beautiful and amazing. So that was cool. Then we went to dinner at I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but it's called Limones, or that's what we call it, I should say, Jacob and I. That meal, I think, was the best meal we had the whole night, the whole time we were there. It is like kind of a traditional, I guess I would say like a traditional, but also kind of like, yeah, I guess I would say traditional, like Mexican restaurant, but more like, I don't know how to describe it. Oh, maybe like more like old school Mexico. I don't know. It was such a cool restaurant. It was packed when we got there, so that that makes me feel good when a restaurant is packed and happening, because I'm like, okay, this is the place we want to be, because that's where everybody is. And especially it was like a Tuesday night and it was hopping. So that makes me feel good when I go into a restaurant, people are there. Notable things to get at Limones is the lobster nachos. The ceviche was amazing. The lobster nachos that sounds like a weird combo, but it was so amazing. I do want to add that we made reservations on like Open Table or one of those, or Resi or whatever's on their website. And they saw that it was our anniversary, and they brought us free champagne that was delicious. It was really good. I will say I did not love their churros, but I'm not gonna hold that against them because the meal itself was so good. Then we slept in the next day just to like chill because we ate pretty late and we stayed up late. So we just hung out in the morning and then got coffee. And also we were on East Coast time, so we were an hour ahead. So we were like, okay, let's just like not rush anything. Let's just get acclimated. And so we slept in and then we went and got coffee because there was a coffee shop like right across the way from our Airbnb. And we were like right on the water. So you basically like, you order your coffee, you go outside and you're just by the nice river and you just get to hang out by the river and, you know, drink some coffee. It was nice. Then we went around and shopped downtown, which was fun. There are a lot of stores downtown. Like you can walk around all day long and like, there's so many stores to shop at, so many like boutiques and like art type of galleries and things like that. So it totally walk around downtown Asheville. It's really fun. We tried to do the urban trail because I saw, so I like to watch Matt and Nat on YouTube, and they're travel YouTubers, and they went to Asheville and did the urban trail. Maybe there was a better way to do this. I did not plan it out super well. I just heard them talk about it and I just thought, oh, like there are these like landmarks and you just go around and it'll like tell you little tidbits about this little landmark all around town. That was not the case, or at least like, I don't know. We tried to do like 2 or 3 of them and I could not figure out where any of them were. And couldn't figure out, I don't know, we just could not figure out where anything was. I don't know if we're just dumb. We couldn't read the map. We were like, I have no idea what we're doing. And I felt like we just looked like dumb tourists just like walking around like, what is this, huh? What are we doing? So we just ended up being like, screw this, and we went to lunch. And then we went to the White Duck Taco Shop, which was really good. I highly recommend. I can't remember what tacos we had there. I think we did like a shrimp one and we did some seafood ones, and then we did, crap, I'm trying to remember. Honestly, I don't think you can go wrong with the tacos there. They're good. You don't have to order a lot because they're not like small street tacos. They're like a little bit bigger than that. So that was good. And I think we got margaritas too, so that was also really good. Then we went to, so I really wanted to get a reservation at the Sunset Terrace at Omni Grove Hotel, the Omni Grove Park Inn to be exact. They have a beautiful, I saw so many people talk about this, they have a beautiful Sunset Terrace restaurant, and their hotel in general just like overlooks the mountains, and you can watch a sunset there and have dinner. And I tried to get a reservation there, but I apparently was too late in making reservations there. So I did the next best thing, which was there is a restaurant called Edison's in the Omni Grove Park Inn. So, which is basically, it's just like a, what do you call it? Like a bar and grill type of restaurant. So, so not quite as like the Sunset Terrace, I think is a little bit more like schwanky and like, and, I don't know, it's like a little bit nicer, but Edison's, I was like, I'm fine with it. Like, sunset, we still get sunset views. The only difference is that like, so the hotel is like basically a giant U and it faces out towards the mountains, and the Sunset Terrace, you're like directly looking at the mountains, whereas Edison's was like on the side of the U. So, but it wraps around so you can still see the mountains. You're just like off to the side instead of like straight on view. So that was the only difference. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. I was like, I don't care. So, so we ate there and I got reservations there. The food was all right. Honestly, if I could go back and change it, I probably would have had dinner somewhere else. I'm not gonna lie. The food was kind of like whatever to me. It was more of like the drinks and hanging out and watching the sunset. That was like the highlight of it for me. And just like looking out. I think that was my favorite part in general about going to Asheville, was just like seeing the beautiful mountains and the view and watching the sunset and just like having a relaxed time there. So yeah, so no, Edison's was good. And also I pretty much made reservations everywhere we went, and like I said earlier at Limones, I also, for Edison's, I did a reservation and said it was our anniversary, and they gave us champagne, so that was very nice. I'm trying to remember anything else. If you have the money or capability, I highly recommend staying at the Omni Grove. It is a beautiful hotel. We walked around there, and it was beautiful, and if I had $500 a night to drop on staying there, I totally would have. They also have like a spa or something. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful hotel, and even if you just eat lunch there or whatever and then walk around, I highly recommend that. Okay, and then the next day we had reservations to go to the Biltmore, so I wanted to wake up early, and we went to Biscuit Head, which is a kind of like I feel like it's more touristy maybe, but it's kind of a popular restaurant within Asheville. It is a breakfast place that I guess they're really famous for, like their cat head biscuits. And basically what that means is that their biscuits are like the size of a cat head, like they're huge. And they also have a lot of different like jam and jelly flavors. So I got an extra biscuit for the next day because I knew we'd be leaving the next day. So I got an extra one for breakfast for us the next day, and got a bunch of their jams and jellies to try with our biscuit, so we did that. We got like biscuits and gravy. I got biscuits and gravy, and I think Jacob also maybe got biscuits and gravy. Then I will say I also wanted to go to the specific location because if you walk down the street, there is a really cool mural of Dolly Parton and RuPaul, which I will hope, well, I'm not editing this video. If you want to see the picture of the RuPaul, actually I have a YouTube shorts. If you go to my YouTube shorts, I have a video of the RuPaul and Dolly Parton mural, and it is really cool. It's right down the street from the Biscuit Head downtown. I couldn't tell you what neighborhood this restaurant is in. If you Google it, you'll find it, but yeah. So that was cool. And then we drove to Biltmore, and we had a tour at like 12 or something. And it's like an hour and a half to get through the whole place. They also, like, you basically tour the whole mansion, and even like the basement. This was the unfortunate part though, was that Jacob, when we started to kind of go down into the basement, like something started making him just like sneeze like crazy. And then eventually he just felt like terrible and like had a headache, I think. And he just was feeling so sick, and I felt really bad. And I think he was like, I think there's like mold or something, because he was just so violently like reacting, and it took him a while to kind of feel better after that. I felt really bad. He just was like, I appreciate how cool this is, but at the same time, like, I feel like crap. So I felt a little bit bad. We also had tickets to go to, oh, before I talk about this, when you get access to the house, you also get access to like the gardens and everything, I guess. So you can just like walk around the gardens. We had to make it to a different exhibit before it closed. So we didn't like fully go in depth in the gardens, but we did walk around a little bit, and that was like really beautiful and cool. And pretty much everything in Asheville like overlooks mountains and everything. So you just always get an amazing view when you go places. We also had tickets to go to they have like a Van Gogh exhibit. I don't know, whenever I post this, like I don't know if it's still going on. I think it's going on through January. I could be wrong. It'll say on their website. There was a Van Gogh exhibit that I will say was 100% not worth the money, and I don't recommend it at all. It was basically like 2 rooms, one of which with like a bunch of blurbs on the wall and like replicas, I would say like half-assed replicas of his inventions, and then like blurbs talking about his inventions. And then like another room that was all like, the other room was just, it was straight up just projectors, and it was just all like B-roll too. It was like generic music, B-roll mixed in with like some pictures of like Van Gogh type things. And it was so stupid. I was like pissed that I even spent the extra money. Also pissed that we even bothered to go to this thing. period. I mean, it was such a waste of time and money, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, do better next time, Biltmore. I'm hating on the Van Gogh exhibit. Also, there was like a group of kids that were touring it, and they were just like causing an absolute, just even the people who worked there were like, I just can't wait for them to leave. The other thing you get, I will say this was I think one of my favorite parts about going to Biltmore was not only touring the house, but you also get a free wine tasting when you go there. So if you go down to the Antler Village, when you get there, you can like get a map and they'll tell you where everything is and how to like book a wine tasting. Absolutely, when you get there, book a wine tasting. It was Jacob and I are totally like not wine people. We're not really wine drinkers in general, but we went and so they have a list of like, I don't know, like 15 maybe wines, and I think you can only try like 5 of them or something. I don't know. So we basically like, we tried different wines, like we coordinated which ones sounded the best to us, and we tried like pretty much almost all of the wines they had to offer. And we just took a little sip, and like everything that we liked, we bought, I think we ended up buying like 4 or 5 bottles of wine. And I'm telling you, we're not wine drinkers. So for us to walk away from a wine tasting with 4 or 5 bottles of wine was pretty insane. So I definitely recommend that. Also, Antler Village in general, they have like cute shops and stuff. So that's fun to walk around. Then that night, because it was the night of our anniversary, we went to dinner in the River Arts District to a restaurant called Rosabee's, which is like a Hawaiian flair type of, which is like this Hawaiian flair type restaurant. That was pretty good. I'm trying to remember what I got. Dang it. I think I got like a poke bowl type of thing. And we also got these like duck wings that were amazing. I guess I just didn't realize when we ordered them that they were wings and we had to like eat them with our hands, which like, I only hate that because then you just get all like messy, and they were really saucy, but they were so good. I highly recommend them. What else? Then the next day we were supposed to leave, but we kind of could leave whenever. It was just our last day. So we checked out of our Airbnb, and then we went to the River Arts District again because we didn't get to really do much over there. We went to a place called Marquee, which is basically, it kind of is like a mix of like an antique market, or whatever you call it. What is it called? I don't know, an antique store / like art gallery, and they have a bar there, so we got to try like a local Asheville, what is it called? It's like a hard ginger beer called Ginger's Revenge. I will say Ginger's Revenge, at least what we had, was very strong. I think they changed the flavors like seasonally or whatever, or at least at that bar we were at. So I don't remember what flavor we had, but it was very strong. So just be aware of that. You're gonna be drinking very hard, very strong ginger beer. It was good, but very strong. So we walked around there for a little while, and then we were gonna go to the White Duck Taco Shop again. They have one in the River Arts District too, but it was pretty busy, and Jacob just really wanted to eat and then get home. So we went to Elder, which is a restaurant we really thought really sounded good. And that's actually up by the Omni Grove Hotel too. It was really good. I got steak tartare for my lunch, which was really yummy. And I think Jacob just got a burger. And then they also have like a little village up there that like has like some boutique type, or like an art gallery type store, and then a free car museum, which was actually pretty cool. And then we just went on home after that. So yeah, all these places I pretty much highly recommend. Asheville is a beautiful, beautiful place, and it just made me very happy to just have like a lovely vacation with my husband, and we had a lot of fun. So yeah, and I hope to go there someday again. I'm going to try to post some more shorts content. I'm kind of dabbling in that right now. So yeah, hopefully you'll see more of that content. And thank you for everyone who has subscribed and making this year awesome. I hit 100 subscribers this year. So if I don't see you again before the new year, thank you. Thank you for watching and supporting me. Yeah, and I hope we can hit 1,000. I know that's like, we're a long ways away from that, but I want to get there. So, but it takes time. So yeah, but thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.